Welcome back to yet another episode of the Armchair Pundits podcast. And a fantastic weekend it has been for some. Not so great for others, but we move. If you're watching, don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and to keep on sharing. We appreciate you guys. We appreciate you. So, without any further ado, how are you guys doing? Obviously, you can tell that I am not doing very well, so I'll be talking a lot less. And you'll see a lot less of my Liverpool interruptions into every chat this week.
Well, that's a bit of a coincidence. Liverpool two goals on a bounce, and all of a sudden you've lost your voice.
What a guy!
What?
You know when people say shameless, you should put Lamont right there. Bro.
Is that genuine sickness, or is this just drawn two games, and all of a sudden something's come over you?
I never knew drawing was like losing. Like we drew 2 games, and you're making me talk even more. You trying to make me cough, so I have to come off the screen.
So hard.
While we're there, though, we got
you, James. We'll cover you today, man.
While we're there, though, hands up if your team won this weekend. Got 3 points.
3 points. Yeah. I use the other hand. I use the other hand.
Testify.
This my shoulder's hurting after celebrating today. So yeah. Yeah,
that's been a little while for us, but I ain't even gonna lie.
Hey, if you ever was gonna get a week where 2 teams got 3 points and 2 teams didn't, you wouldn't have called these
2 mid-table teams. You know, 2 mid-table teams, boy.
Yeah, well, you know, some of us are not gonna
after that win as well.
Yeah,
after that win, Lamont thinks he's back in the title race after that win, boy.
Listen, technically, we're only 4 points out of the top 5. So never say never. We're coming. Don't worry, mate. We're coming. We're coming.
So
no, 5 points.
You win the league.
5 points.
Do you win the league when you finish 5th? That's news
Listen,
to me, bro.
You don't win the league in December neither. You don't win the league in December neither. I thought you was going on mute. Well, you're not sick.
No.
Okay.
You know what it is?
I'm just not talking as much.
You don't win the league in December, but you can lose it in November, though, innit?
Damn Skippy.
Well, look, at the end of the day, some of us can score from open play, some of us can't. So, and you know, when you score from open play, you get 3 points.
Switcheroo.
Yeah.
All right. Well, while we're there, anyway, let's recap on last episode's predictions. James, you went with 3-1. That didn't obviously work out. Yeah, don't. Yeah, you was wrong, bro. It's right. Cough away.
He's done it again.
You know.
He's been practicing this all week, and the Oscar goes to. He's worse than Carl Walker today. Sorry to cut you, Jay. Sorry to cut you, too.
I have the authority to mute people.
That is true, actually. You better be careful what you say still.
Right, so James went with a 2-1. Went with a 3-1 prediction. That didn't work out. Obviously, Liverpool ended up drawing with Fulham in quite a really entertaining game, to be honest with you. End-to-end stuff.
Yep. 2-2.
Bevan went for a 3-0. Well, he got half of that right. There was a 0, but there was also a 0 for Arsenal as well. As they drew to probably the worst team in the league in Everton.
Nah,
definitely. Form-wise,
that's a stretch, but still. Lamont, spot on. 3 points. Bonus points. My team. He said 2-1 United, and he got it right. It was 2-1 United.
And if you guys asked me last week, I would have said Ahmad to score the winner, but we'll move.
Sure, you would have.
Whatever, bro.
Leon went for a 2-1 win for Spurs. We did get the win, but by quite a margin more than that. I was a little bit more confident than Leon, and I went with 3-1. So I edged Leon on that one. But overall, good weekend for the 2 mid-table teams. 2 title chasers dropping points unexpectedly. So we'll go into Liverpool game to start off with, so that James can save his voice while we're talking later on. Go on, James. Your take on the game.
A good point in the end, considering we're behind twice. Robbo, I think his time's coming to an end.
Oof! Wow.
I thought we could get through the rest of the season with him and Tsimikas, and it seems Tsimikas is more suited to the way Slot wants to play for us than Robbo is. Slight mitigation. call it bias, call it not. I think Diop possibly should have seen a red card because he was nowhere near the ball. He got his knee, which led to what we potentially saw. Because Slot said in the press conference that from that moment he was Robertson was limping. He wasn't playing like he normally does, and it could have aided to him miscontrolling the ball, which is not. Listen, there's no excuse for what he did afterwards, panicking and taking him out. That's the first strange decision. Then the second strange decision, the goal scorer Pereira. I don't know how you can just stamp on someone's calf and not get a red card. Like, seriously, the images are there. He stamped in his calf and gets away with it, and then goes and scores the opening goal of the game. So, in theory, we could have been going to that game a goal down, yes. No, actually, it wouldn't be goal down because Pereira would have scored. There should have been 10 men down. Or 1 man down, sorry. Should have been 1 man down. But, no excuses. They scored their goal. Robertson messed up. Then we showed fight. So we showed fight to get back into the game. I give Slot credit. Yeah, I give Slot credit because he tried something different. He was like, okay, cool. Let me go back free. Keep the pressure up, keep possession, etc. And after 5 minutes, he was like, okay, you know what? This looked better on the tablet than it does in real life. So let's change it. That's what he said in the press conference. So he changed it. And then because he had Cody Gakpo playing left wing back and Trent playing right wing back with Gravenberch playing as one of the defensive three. Changed it, put Gravenberch, who was fantastic as a centre back, absolutely fantastic as a centre back, and then put Gomez left back, and it was working for us. Now we get onto the other contentious part of the game, where I didn't notice it at first because I was too annoyed with Robertson. To be completely honest, only when I watched Match of the Day later on, Gary, what's his name? I forget his name. Gary Lineker brought it out. Yes, Robbo committed a red card challenge in normal circumstances, but I don't know how you can say someone is denying a goal scoring opportunity if the person gets fouled, they touch the ball, they pass it to somebody, that person gets a shot on goal, and then you bring it back and say, "Oh, you know what? Here's a red card."
I don't know if that was a pass though, Jay. I don't think it was a pass.
It goes to him.
I don't think
it's not a legitimate pass.
Yeah.
It's not a legitimate pass, but it's a pass in the end.
Yeah.
If he scored, who gets the assist?
No, true. Yeah. I don't think personally that. I don't think he would have made it through. I think Van Dijk was close. Yeah. I think Van Dijk was too close, and I don't think Wilson would have got it. Maybe was it Muniz? The other striker.
No, it was Jimenez scored. Jimenez took the shot.
Yeah. And he tried to dink the keeper. I don't know why he just didn't bury that, to be quite honest with you, but whatever. He played for the foul. He knew the foul was coming, innit? He knew the foul was coming. He played for the foul. Robinson was naive to just put his foot in there and just leave it hanging out there. Do you know what I'm saying? So
Robinson's at fault. Robinson's action is at fault. But I just think it's just another, you say it every week, just another example of poor refereeing. Because... yes, and I'll say it again, it's a foul. And normally, if he blows the whistle, you actually see it. He holds the whistle to his mouth and he's like, he's holding, waiting for him to score. Because it happened in the Man United game.
You can't. Go back a minute. Opportunity. You can't send someone off for denying a goal scoring opportunity when they still had a goal scoring opportunity.
Exactly.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, that's one thing. And secondly, as a referee, you need to signal that you're giving advantage. There was no signal. Yeah. He just went like that. He just went like that, and then obviously when Jimenez misses, he blows a whistle.
So why can't VAR get involved in that? Why can't if he's made an error with the red card? Because it's a red card, not a yellow card, right?
I think it's because
it's a red card. It's a red card because factually it's a foul, and they're probably not even thinking. They're probably still thinking these guys got David Coote suspended and kicked out of football, bro.
No, but if
I think on the other side of it, you got to remember that they also had to check for offside, which
they did.
If it had been offside, all of that would have been nullified. So I think there's a lot too much going on at Stockley Park.
Too many chess pieces involved
where they didn't really know what's going on. Because personally, is it? Do you think that he's through on goal and that Van Dijk's not going to get back?
He's going to cross.
No,
he's going to cross. So he's not.
I think
I
you
don't
guys
feel
were
like
right.
it was a red, personally, in my opinion. I see why it was given as a red.
It was just shocking from Robertson at how he responded to the situation, and that's the bit that was shocking more than anything else. But yeah, the sending off was harsh because it wasn't a dangerous tackle. It was one of those where Wilson knew exactly what Robertson was going to do, and he remember I think they were teammates at one stage, weren't they?
Yeah, they were.
So he knows he knew what to expect, and he basically played for it because he had no chance of getting that ball. And I don't think he was looking for Jimenez. It just fell into Jimenez's path, and he fluffed his lines. I don't even think what happens if Raul Jimenez scores. Does he still give a red card? I don't see.
No, it doesn't. That's what I'm saying.
He wouldn't have.
It actually worked in their favour that Jimenez didn't score because with 10 men, that helped Fulham. Because with 11 men, Liverpool win that game 11 men at home. Definitely.
Yeah.
So,
I actually
on to the
was
second
really
half.
impressed.
You're gone.
No, I was going to say, I was trying to save your voice, but I was just going to say I was really impressed with how Liverpool responded to being down to 10 men. It's not the first time we've seen them play well with a man down, but I felt like
we've seen them play well with 2 men down, Leon.
Well, yeah, let's not go there. It's Tottenham, bruv. Anyway, let's move. No, to be honest with you, I felt the tactical decisions he made, the substitutions he made, I think they all changed the flow of the game, and I think it helped them in a good way. Obviously, bringing Jota on, coming on and scoring, that's what you want from Jota, but you need him to stay fit because you know what he brings, and he's got you out of jail so many times. With if
you could keep him fit, he is such a game changer. For those moments, he
gets such random injuries, like someone falling on him, and he gets random ones. But no, I was impressed with the way that Liverpool shaped up, and Fulham are a good team, and playing on the counter attack for Fulham is what they like to do. So I was impressed with how Fulham conducted themselves at Anfield because most teams
were brave.
They were, and they were brave last season as well. So it's not the first time, but I think once Liverpool sort of found their feet with, worked out how they wanted to play with 10 men, I could only see Liverpool going on to win the game. And I think they just ran out of time, even though there was supposed to be a bit more time, but the ref didn't give it. I think Iwobi got hit in the golden jewels, and the game got stopped. But the referee didn't give any extra time for it. So
90 seconds he stopped it for, and he gave 25 seconds.
Yeah, he just wanted to wrap it up. He just wanted to wrap it up ASAP.
James with the on-point stats there, where he's like, James is that with a stopwatch.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, what is this? Nope.
Like I said, it was a good point. It was a good point in the end.
I will say it showed a bit more about Slot as well. That he's adaptive and he's got different methodologies of playing and working out things. And like you said, James, he's not afraid to abandon something that you can see is not really working well. So for you, it must be a positive side. It is a good battle in win with 10 men, and I think it showed quite a lot in that moment that there's still more to come from Slot and his style of football and adjusting to games. So it's quite impressive, really.
Trent's a massive liability for you boys, though.
Yeah, he annoyed me. He needs to learn how to manage games. Yes, you've got a fantastic long ball, but come on, bro, know when to play it.
Yeah, it's just ridiculous.
No, with 10 men, and then
if I'm honest, I think his head's gone. I think he's already out of Liverpool.
I won't say that because Newcastle. He was fantastic. Came against Newcastle has been fantastic. Other games been fantastic. There's still parts of his game which aren't there yet, and managing when to play the right pass is still not there because he can do it. He thinks he can do it.
Should be there by now. Come on,
it should be. But up until now, listen. How is he having an interview, and then they say, "Oh, what has Slot done different for you?" Oh, he's told me about how to be more responsible defensively. Like
you're a defender.
You're a right back, bro.
You're a defender, bro.
But why does Slot have to tell you that and have to take you into sessions to do? Okay, let's do more 1-on-1. He should know this, bro.
He's not a right back.
The way you get criticised left, right, and centre. But the thing is, bruv, he's been a right back for 7 years. Like that, he's not a right back. It's gone. It's gone. Realistically, he's played for England as right back. He's got into team of the season as right back. He's a right back.
I cannot believe for a second that no one has sat him down and gone and looked at some of his lack of defensive responsibilities on video and told him why it's important for him to be switched on at all times. Because that is what it is. He switches off.
And he's doing that nonsense where he doesn't chase back. He's not running back anymore.
Yeah.
He's jogging back. And
I mean,
I was praising him at the beginning of the season because he was sprinting.
He could have gave a penalty away if he weren't careful because he tugged their skipper, is it Robinson? He tugged his shirt a little bit. And I thought, right, if he goes over, that's a penalty. He didn't go over. I think he got a ball in the box, but I think he's just he's a little bit naive there. Again, I don't watch Liverpool like that intensively to know that Trent is having the kind of games that you say he's having. But every time I do watch him, you worry. Going back is not fantastic.
No, generally, this season he's been very good. He's been very good this season.
Do you sign a defender in January? Do you sign someone in January? Do you sign a defender?
Come on. Liverpool don't sign players more than one. If we sign one player, then realistically it probably needs to be a midfielder. It won't be a defender, I don't think.
I think Alisson's been shocking since he's come back.
I was gonna ask that same question, man. I was gonna say to James, like, Alisson didn't look. He made some saves, but he didn't look as confident and as commanding as before.
Yeah, the last 2 games, bruv. You carry on looking behind
you. He just came back. You can't say last 2 games. He just came back from injury.
Leon, the last 2 games, he was man in the match against Girona, but he's been looking shocking. That's the first game he came back in. He's man in the match. No, that's his first Premier League game back. We're talking about Premier League. It's his first Premier League game back.
For the viewers that don't usually see this,
let's reel it back.
Just so the viewers understand, we started the show saying James was sick and couldn't talk.
Yes, because you're now making me talk more.
You forced him to talk.
Trying to trigger me.
You're
talking nonsense. Let's be real. Let's be real.
One second.
First goal. What can you do about the first goal? Tell me.
No. I'm just saying.
No. Let's just make it quick so I can talk less. What can you do about the first goal?
Alisson, in his pomp, if Alisson's in form, for me personally, he communicates better with Robinson, and he comes and clears the ball out there. For me personally, he does.
Okay.
Very simple.
Next. Okay,
you know
next.
What I'm saying?
Next.
Realistically, he's just come back. He's probably a little bit ring rusty. I appreciate that. But he's not in top form at the minute, Jay, so it'll come good, I'm sure.
You know what? All because Man United win. Why does that make your head just
It's got nothing to do with that. It's got nothing to do with that. It's got everything to do with that.
All I can see is 1, 2, 3 guys thinking, what the heck is this guy talking about?
Listen, it's all opinions, isn't it?
You're falling for it, though. You're falling for it.
Second goal.
You know what? Just second goal, James. Just mute yourself.
What did you do wrong in the second goal?
I can't quite hear you, mate. You still got a cough.
Yeah. Wrong? I've cleared my throat. What is he wrong in the second goal?
Listen, it's your keeper, mate. Just make sure. I'm saying Kelly has now been dropped, yeah? Mm-hmm. Just like that. And, Alisson stepping in. I feel like that's a little bit unfair. I don't think Kelly has been a bad deputy at all for him just to come back in and Kelly just to be put on the bench, especially against someone like Jordan. I feel like he deserves a little bit more.
Did you not see what he did against Newcastle, bro?
Okay, so genuine question. When do you bring him back in then?
I don't know, bruv. I don't know.
Thank you. That's the answer I was expecting.
I genuinely don't know. But I'm just saying, I genuinely don't know. But you obviously got... You got to bring him in at some point.
If you got Schmeichel back from injury, are you leaving Raymond van der Gaal in goal, bruv?
I mean, come on, bruv. That is ridiculous. It's not because we never had a really good deputy though. We never really had a real good deputy, to be honest. Not like Keller. You guys have got a half decent runner up.
To be honest with you, the Newcastle game gave Slot that opportunity to bring him back in. And I would slightly agree with Lamont and say maybe the lack of playing and communication for those goals, it would have been different, possibly.
No chance.
It just didn't feel like the confident Alisson that we normally see in those situations. I kind of agree with Lamont on that.
No chance. What actually happened is this time they didn't rush him back. He could have come back. If it was Klopp's era, he probably would have come back 2-3 games ago.
Yeah, true.
But because Kelleher was playing so well, Slot was like, okay, cool, I'm going to give you grace time. Like, when Alisson is fully fit, like he is now, then we make the change. That's what's happened. Otherwise, we would have probably seen Alisson coming back 75%, 60% fit, and then, yes, I could agree with you that there was communication. But listen, They've crossed the ball to the far post, and my man has done a flying bicycle kick. It's hit Robinson's thigh, and it got in the goal. I don't know how you can talk about communication on that. Seriously. And then the second goal, a low cross where it goes, where Quansah's done poor in my review because he's let the man get in too easily. And then it's a low cross in. It's not in his area to save it. And then it flipping goes off Muniz, and then it hits Gomez's heel and goes in the back of the net. So I don't see how Alisson's done wrong there.
He's got to move his feet. He's got to move his feet. That's all.
Okay. You know what? You're right. He's got to move his feet. Thank you very much, sir. Very welcome.
On that note, I think we better move on to the next game because I feel like Lamont's got a lot to say, so we might as well do.
No, I'm not really. I'm not really because in fairness, our game. Derby. Yeah, the derby.
Did Man United play well today?
Not really. I mean, overall, the game wasn't an exciting game.
How do you know it wasn't an exciting game?
You fell asleep,
bruv. Twice.
Yeah, twice. You even see the goals?
Yeah, I fell asleep twice in half time.
Leon was asleep as well.
Yeah,
and all now we didn't hear what Bevan was doing.
Bro,
so.
I don't need to review Man United's game. Lamont does.
No, to be fair, it was one of them games where in the week and even on last week's pod, I was confident that we would win. Yeah, to be honest, I was because I thought City are not in their best form, and I feel like now's the time that Amaran will probably get like a result from a very kind of like, risky strategy. And so shall it be done. He's dropped Rashford. He drops Garnacho. I can't say he drops Evans because Evans was still obviously coming back from injury. They're not even on the bench. And I was very surprised. For me, from the off, that tells me no nonsense. The geezer's got an idea.
Do you agree with it though? That's two quality players.
I do. Even I was speaking to someone as I saw the team sheet. I was speaking to someone. I was like, "Right, all right, cool." I felt like there was something underhand that's happened in the week, and both of them had been dropped because of attitude or something like that. Wasn't too sure what it was. Couldn't see nothing.
He said he looks at their attitude, the way they get their clothes on, ready to go out to the match.
Yeah.
He analyzes it all and makes his decision. So yeah, like you said, it seems like cutthroat, boy. So
yeah,
but one thing Ruben said, in order to win titles, you have to be prepared to run till you're willing to die.
Yeah,
and them guys
running to the ground.
When you guys don't have the ball, they ain't running back. That's the problem.
And I think that's the lesson that he's trying to teach them.
He needed that today. Yeah, he knew that you guys needed runners today because you do. You're not going to have the ball for most of the game, so you can't have passengers.
Yeah,
so he made the right call, man.
And for him, that was a huge risk so early in his tenure, if I'm going to be quite frank, because we don't want to be losing a United, we don't want to be using a Manchester derby, regardless of what state that, either team are in. And I feel like we also don't want to get embarrassed. And making calls like that could easily go against him. Do you know what I'm saying? And then that will just put all the United fans... they'll be attacking him every game pretty much until he gets it right and he has a good run of games. But anyway, we started the game out not great. Again, set pieces are just not what we're good at defending at the minute.
Yeah, not.
And it's horrible. Listen, it is horrible to watch. I think we're one of the 2 or 3 worst teams in the league we're the bottom. There you go. We are 42%,
the bottom. 42%, bro, of your goals conceded set pieces, the top.
You see? And at least we're top for something.
You look at that, though. If you can address that, if you can work that out and address that, that's a big percentage of goals to curb.
Yeah, because you actually don't concede a lot. You don't concede a lot. You're just not scoring enough.
Right. And I'll go back to like one of the earlier pods this season when I said that we need to score more goals and not concede as many. And I feel like he's now trying to tinker with that idea. He's obviously watching the pod. You're right, Ruben. He's tinkering with that idea and just saying, we can fix those things. But I think he's forgetting, not forgetting, but in England, there's a lot of reliance on set pieces free kicks, the lot. There's a big setup for it. So I feel he needs to align himself with where he's at now in England. I mean,
what do you mean? What are you trying to say? He needs to orchestrate a title behind that.
no chance. You know. Listen, you've got no minerals if you're trying to orchestrate a title run off of set pieces. That's for sure. Got no ambition. But anyway, that's for another day, I guess. But we go down earlier on in the game. I didn't even drop my head, to be quite frank. Not at all. I was hoping that the guys will get galvanized. I was hoping they'll keep up a bit of a run. You're right there.
No, I'm actually laughing that a team in 30 is talking about a title run, and that actually came out of your mouth. Mean? I don't know. It seems that you came.
What do you mean? We're not 13th. Have you not seen the league?
Sorry, I mean, sorry, guy, where are you now? I mean,
13th.
Oh, okay. No, yeah, cool.
But listen, we're 4 points from points from Europe.
Listen.
At the minute, 5 points from Europe.
You beat.
And we've got our own ambitions. Got our own ambitions. We're beating who's in front of us.
You beat last year's champions. So I know it makes you feel like champions now. Continue.
Not quite.
Well,
no, that's not how. No, that's not how we go about our business. We go about our business just winning the next game and try to, have an identity on the pitch. Everyone can look at and see that, what, they're building towards something. And I feel like that's what we're doing. That's what we've been doing for the last, 3 or 4 games. Even when we slapped Everton 4-0 at home, some of us can do that. We just need to take that on and just build something from it for me personally. So
wait, hold on. One second. 1 second.
I'm just going through the run of the game.
No. I'm not asking. No, because you just said something about identity. Because before, when you had, was it Ten Hag?
No, but we're not talking about that.
No. But I'm just saying, because I just noticed a switcheroo that you said. Because when you didn't have an identity, you was like, no, but we won stuff last season, and now you look like you got identity, and you just...
No, I didn't say that. What I said was, unlike some people, we won stuff last season.
No, that's not what you said.
What I said.
That's not what you said.
You sure?
Yeah.
All right, we can have a look back at that at some point, I'm sure.
But carry on. Identity.
Yeah. But the problem that I've got, the problem that I've got is that we've got another injury to Mount earlier on in the game. And I feel like, people might shoot me or whatever the case may be. I really like him as a player. I feel like he's got a lot to offer in a squad that is building towards kind of, doing things, obviously big things in the future and going on some sort of run. But we need all our big hitters fit. We need all of them available. If they're not available, the problem that we're going to have is that we're going to be pushing people out of position. And I think we spoke about this last week when Bruno was operating in a 6 instead of operating in a 10. And I didn't really fancy it because I feel like he was too far away from Højlund and too far away from creating chances for us. Now, funny enough, Mount goes off, Mainu comes on, he goes in a 6, and then Bruno gets pushed up further at the pitch. Even though I didn't like seeing, obviously, us getting injured, I don't mind the fact that Bruno's now closer to Højlund and he's going to create something for, the likes of Dalot and Diallo. I mean, the end of the first half, I was still feeling a little bit comfortable with where we were at. We were keeping City at bay. And even though they had probably the majority of the possession, I don't feel like they were doing much with it. So going into the second half, I thought, right, if we get an early goal, we can kick on. So say Diallo steps up. He makes things real difficult for who was on their right side. I think they had not Walker. I can't remember who they had.
The penalty.
Yeah.
Nunes.
Nunes gave away the penalty.
Shocking.
Yeah. So he made it difficult for their fullback anyway. But the runs that Diallo was making, I could see all day. Every time he got the ball, he was literally killing them down that side. I think there was one moment that Bruno got the ball. I think Diallo made a run, and so did Højlund. Højlund made a run, and then Diaz absolutely chopped him in the penalty box, and the ref waved goal kick. I could not believe it. Did none of you see that?
It was a good challenge.
That wasn't a penalty.
Are you alright?
No, that wasn't.
That was the same thing that Robertson got today in Liverpool.
He needs to move his feet quicker.
No, that was.
But yeah, I think Diallo came close with a flicked header as well to the back post. Looked like the keeper might have had it covered, but if it was on target, I reckon he would have definitely had to make a save at the very least, and I think we would have got a tap in there. But yeah, we kept on pushing.
Question for you.
Yeah.
Good question for you. Sorry to go back. Do you think Garnacho's got a future? Because I'm looking at the type of players that will play a 10 role in your system, and I don't see him as a 10 like that.
No.
He's a straight up winger. To
be honest, he's a winger. He's out and out winger, and I feel like Ruben might try to change him into a wing back, possibly. There was a couple of games where we had him in the wing back role, and he was doing a lot of defensive work, and I was quite surprised by it. However, I don't know if he can do that long term. It's going to be a complete a complete shift of mindset, because he's obviously attack. A little bit dissimilar to the likes of Anthony. Now, funny enough, I know we rubbed him out last season, but Anthony kind of suits the way Ruben plays because of how much he likes to run up and down that wing defensively as well as attack. So Ruben will probably like that for energy purposes. I mean, when he came on today, he slightly did change the game a little bit as well, because he gave us the extra whiff that we needed to kind of create the last goal. But yeah, I think overall, I'm happy with our performance. I wouldn't say that, it was world-breaking or anything like that. But to win a penalty late on, and then for Diallo to, go about taking his goal the way he did, shows that we can maintain focus throughout a game that we don't have much of the ball in, and also take advantage when teams are kind of not going for the jugular. Because I don't particularly think at that point City were trying to kill us off. They were just trying to, maintain the ball. I don't know.
The game out.
Lamont, they were trying to see the game out. More possession than you think, bro. Like, in terms of possession, you guys, it was fairly even. It was like 49% to 51%, something like that. So it seems like Amorim is starting to find a way to utilize the players who he trusts at his disposal. And I felt defensively, you guys did quite well in open play. Like, City barely created anything today. They've been struggling with finishing chances in previous games, but today they barely created anything of note that you really felt like Man United were in real trouble. So I thought it was, from a tactical perspective, Amorim got it spot on. And obviously the game was not great from a viewer's perspective, but for United, the key is for you to go to your rivals and get a result, and that's what you managed to do. And obviously City collapsing again late on, don't know what's going on there. There's definitely something mentally. It's mental, but it's also mental with Pep, because Pep is saying that he doesn't even know how he can solve this. And part of that reason is because he's never actually really suffered. He's never had suffering as a manager. So now...
He's never there that long to suffer.
Well, there you go. He's never had to deal with a transition. And we said it before, this is going to be the real test of his managerial acumen, because for the first time, he will need to transition a team that he built into a new team and go again. And obviously he's managed to be consistent, but right now, losing at home to your rivals in the last minute of the game, it's another chink in the armour right now.
Yeah, definitely is.
Well, 1 win in 11 is a mad thing.
In all
Manchester's
comps.
red again.
Yeah, in all comps. 1 win in 11.
Ooh, that is peak.
Do you say Manchester's red again?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's the truth.
It's a bit of a stretch.
What do you mean? It is red, bro.
You're not still behind him in the league.
I couldn't care less, bro. We're 5 points behind them in the league for now. Yeah? Manchester's red, like I said it.
And they just won the 4 Premier Leagues, though, bro. They can't.
Well, you were the one that was talking about this, that, and the other about last season. I'm talking about today. I'm talking about today's game.
Bro, they're the current champions, right? So how can Manchester? Anyway, yeah, all right. Manchester's red for today.
Yeah,
you can have it.
There you go.
There you go. Give any hope of them beating Aston Villa on the weekend?
Who? Man City.
Man City.
Yeah,
I don't know, mate.
Villa are not in great form either.
They're not. That boy.
I mean, they're creating chances.
Do
you know what?
They're creating chances, and And City, I find it difficult to stop people from scoring, mate. That's the problem they've got. They're just very clumsy at the back at the minute. And I think it's because of all the changes they've got at the back. Like, no one knows where people are meant to be, or, they don't have confidence in the guys on the left, on the right. You know what it's like, Lee? If you play with someone every week, you just get to know what they're capable of and what they're going to do. They don't have that. So I feel like they've got more hardship to come. I feel,
it's strange.
You see that Christmas period, I think they're going to stink out the joint. I think they're going to get slapped by a few teams, and I don't know what's going to happen in the new year. I think either they're going to flog some players or they're going to get some in. Who knows? But yeah.
Nah, I think they'll bring some people in. They won't sell any. I think
they're under scrutiny still with all those cases as well. So I don't think they can even think about going too wild with the finances and trying to turn everything around by just splashing the cash.
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you think that's had an effect on them, the charges? Because I know it's happened now, isn't it? Like they've decided
130, isn't it? Yeah.
No, but they've decided what the court case has been wrapped up, and we're going to get the outcome in what they said in the spring. So do you reckon
I don't think it's affected him because he's renewed his contract. So he renewed for some reason. Number one, I think I was saying earlier, when your team starts to fall off, you cling on to somebody. One of your key players you cling on to. His best player in De Bruyne is hardly playing. I don't think he's even played the 90 minutes yet. Unless he played today 90 minutes, I can't remember. His second best player, Rodri, is out for the season. His goalkeeper, who he relied on, is out of form. His striker hardly touches the ball. I don't think I even saw him today. And Foden, who was player of the season last year, hasn't scored a goal. We're now in December. And you got Jack Grealish.
Oh, funny stat.
Hasn't scored a goal either. So that's 5 or 6 players.
Key players, James.
Give me one or two that could give me something.
Key players, Jay. You just named 6 key guys. Not fringe guys, not rotation. Key.
So, I don't know. I think you need a couple of those to stand up, and none of them are standing up. And it's the trade-off with Haaland. You don't get any build-up play from Haaland, but you put it in the right areas and you get goals. When was the last time they put it in the right area for Haaland?
Yeah, it's a bit barren today, to be honest. But, I mean, overall, the game wasn't great for any neutrals, I'll argue. You could have probably easily have just watched the first probably 5 or 10 minutes and then watched the last 10. I know some of us did. And yeah, you got all you needed from the game, really. There was a couple of bits and pieces in the middle there. The likes of Mount getting injured and, Manu coming on and having majority of the game. But other than that, nothing to write home. On to the next one, I'd say, Jay. On to the next.
Let's move on. And I think we'll move on to Arsenal versus Everton, just to switch it up a little bit while we give...
You know what? I'm not sure how much of this game we can actually talk about because there weren't any highlights.
Well, you can talk about some of the things that you are concerned about right now because we know you have some concerns, bro.
Oh, no goals, no goals from open play and free. You got a new number one song in the charts. Corner.
No open goals from free Premier League games.
Yeah,
we could score.
All right.
We could score.
Is that a problem? Generally, is that something that bothers you or not?
It bothers me.
Yeah, genuine question.
No. It bothers me that my team are not creating enough chances. We created, like, I know it's not the Premier League, but in Europe we created a bag full of chances and didn't take and didn't take them. We should have been out of sight in the first half in Europe. No, it's not the Premier. But bring it to this game. Everton turned up to not play football. They turned up to be difficult to beat, and they didn't try to attack. They would say we're just going to sit all 11 men in our own box, in our own half, and break us down, and we couldn't. And that is worrying. Like, there's some players in that team that are not good enough. Martinelli is not good enough. Like, yeah, okay,
bro. He should be able to strip Ashley Young. He should be able to kill him. Honestly, he should. Respect where respect is due. Yeah, Young is.
Yeah,
go on. Young as what?
Go on.
No, sorry, I was saying Young is. Young's a player, don't get me wrong, but he shouldn't be able to match Martinelli. He shouldn't be able to keep him quiet. You with me? Like, you should be able to say to yourself, Martinelli, get at him, take him on the outside every time and put the ball in the box, or cut inside and slap a shot. He never done nothing. He was quiet.
Bro, do you know what it is? Yeah, you know what frustrates me? Like, even when they're saying about like playing for corners, there was a chance that there was in the first half. There's a time that Martinelli could have crossed the ball across the box to Kai Havertz for a tapping in the back post, and it's like he plays it off the defender's leg and goes out for a corner. I was like, what is this guy doing? Like, it's frustrating to watch, man. It's so bad to watch. I could take the same stuff I said last week, copy and paste it, change Fulham and say Everton, and I'll give you the same analysis that I gave you then that I'm giving you now.
Yeah, it's one of them.
I'm going to sound like a broken record. There was just it was so lethargic. It was unbelievable. I was sitting there falling asleep. I was going to fall asleep. I'm trying to get my son into football, and I think that game made him hate football even more. It was that bad. It was awful, man. Like, I get it. Teams are not going to go out and play, and are not going to go and try to play football with Arsenal because it might not work, right? You might end up getting smashed. But then you're gonna have to find new ways, or better ways of doing things, and it can't be like slowing the game down. It's just too slow, way too slow.
I think you got to take a little bit of risk. I don't know if it's the right turn of phrase, but take a little respect from the fact that Everton set up almost like they were scared of what you guys could do to them. So that you could probably say, all right, well, we must be doing something right if we're going to set up like that. However, Arsenal and the caliber that you guys have, and the Arsenal that you guys have, no pun intended, you should be able to destroy Everton whichever phase you're playing in, because they're not good. Do you get what I'm saying? They're a bad side. And I feel like, obviously, the frustrations of last week and this week, when you kind of wind it back about 4 weeks, B, and say to yourself, we were talking about the title and like that kind of stuff. Like, not with our chests, but we were having, you can't be talking like that if you can't beat Everton. You can't. At home.
It happens.
No, but I'm saying at home. Bro. No, but I'm saying they might happen. Maybe, but when
Man City lost, I think Crystal Palace when they're in the relegation zone, and Man City lost to Crystal Palace at home last season. They still won a league. So you can have these games where you lose to teams that you should never lose to, but you turn it around. So it's one of being someone who knows what Everton do, that like to come and sit and do nothing. Everton can do that. Sean Dyche can do that to you, and you just have to dust yourself off and say, you know what, that was trash. Let's move on. Because that's the worst performance Arsenal have had for a very, very long time. Worse than the 2 defeats they had back-to-back this time last year. And they moved on from it. So realistically, I don't think it's ending any hopes or anything like that. It's how they move on from it now, what they do next game.
Yeah, well, I think Arsenal fans have been calling out for a goal scorer, a striker of some kind for at least 2 or 3 seasons now. Like, I think they got away with it last year. They found a way of utilising Havertz. But a prime example of the problem is that they've brought Gabriel Jesus from Man City, who, as much as he might say he's not, a number 9, a normal number 9, or likes to play out wide, he is not contributing anywhere near the level of goals and assists that he was at Man City. When he comes on the pitch, why was he picking the ball up from the centre-backs during the game?
Bro,
what the hell is he doing?
Listen, we've brought him on in 2 games, and he didn't look like he was going to do anything. He didn't. He's like, you brought him on to change the game, and there was no change. It actually got worse.
Why is he back there? For a start, it makes no sense. No wonder you're having trouble scoring goals when players who are supposed to be in the final third of the opposition's box, he's picking up the ball from his centre backs. I don't understand. Don't understand it.
Shocking. I know it's not Europe, but he had 2 chances in Europe when he should have scored, and he missed both of them. Maybe if he scores those, his confidence changes, but there is not.
You think he's shying away from the penalty area right now?
Maybe.
Yeah.
He's gun shy. He's not. he's not. He doesn't even look like when they bring him on. I'm thinking this. I don't even believe this guy's going to score a goal. It's like he needs a sweaty goal to get his confidence back. Like he needs something, but something has to change. I know we say
maybe just try Sterling. Just give Sterling a run out.
Well, it doesn't even.
Maybe he might do something.
Doesn't even make sense.
I don't know.
What's the deal with Sterling?
None of that makes sense. He said. I think he said the other day about he hasn't come on because of tactical reasons. I don't know what those tactical reasons are. I don't know why you signed him then. Who was he cover for?
Put it this way.
Was he a third left winger?
Put it this way, yeah. I reckon Sterling would have done way better against Young than Martinelli did.
Well, obviously,
in my opinion, he would have. He would have. Listen, he would have chopped him up, mate, nice and tidy.
We're forgetting something about Sterling, though. Yeah, he's 5 foot what, and that's not really good on set pieces, you know.
Yeah, facts.
The man said there's tactical reasons why he ain't coming on, so
yeah.
You know, that's their biggest tactical thing, isn't it?
He was talking about like injuries to players and stuff like that. But either way, that game did not inspire me in confidence. I know James said about teams still being in it, and last year we lost. We lost a couple of games at home and came back, but I looked at that and thinking, boy, this does not look like a team that can win the league, and that hurts me to say it, but I'm not. This it just doesn't look right. It's just, I'm not sure where we're going to get goals from, and like I say, we ain't got match winners. If certain players don't perform, then like Havertz, I don't see him as being a match winner. He'll do well when everyone else is doing well, but if we need to come out of the mud, he's not going to draw us out of the mud. I can't see Martinelli drawing us out of the mud, and
be careful, because I feel like Arteta's a bit of a wordsmith though, because he's saying about tactical reasons and stuff, and then he takes off Odegaard and Rice at a point where you want to win the game. For me, I don't understand that. Odegaard's your biggest threat alongside Saka, so taking them off isn't a tactical change for me. I get it, Nawari is probably the same kind of player, so them two being on the pitch at the same time will probably be ineffective, but yeah, man, you're better than what I saw this week and better than what you did last week, in my opinion, although I don't like giving Arsenal kudos. You just need to find a way, bro. That's it. Just find a way.
Thing is, January's coming, Bevan. So, will they fix it?
No.
Because it's clearly evident what the problem is.
No, they won't.
It's getting goals away from set pieces. And you need a forward, so are they going to address that or what?
Nope, I'm not convinced that they will. Like Arteta's is like a new version of Wenger when it comes to spinning, with the spin for Arsenal and why they don't sign players. He'll just come out a reason about, oh, we don't need it or something. I don't believe that we're going to sign anybody. We've never done it, and I don't see what will change now. I'm not convinced. He'll take him on holiday and get some rejuvenation, try to rejuvenate him that way. I really can't see us buying a player in January.
Okay, we'll move on to the big scoreline of the weekend. Tottenham battering Southampton.
Yep.
You know what? That first.
Do you know what one of the proudest moments of that match was? The clean sheet.
Oh, I thought you were going to say free Jed.
No, that was the second one.
I was coming to that, mate. See, this is what happens when you free Jed. Man's been in chains, incarcerated for months on end. They freed him, and he was pivotal to a lot of the good things that happened today. The way he turned his man and slopped through Maddison for the first goal, that was delightful. He was, like I said, he's got strength, he's got power, he's got pace, and he's not afraid to express himself. So we saw that today. It was a bit unfortunate for him that Udogie got injured, and then Pora had to come on, and then he kind of went left. So I feel like he's more the one that's he's going to play left or cover, be the guy that come in for those guys when they're injured and stuff like that, regardless whether it's left or right. But yeah, he played with freedom and he did his thing. It was interesting to see after the match that Maddison, they were talking about it to Maddison, and Maddison said, look, he's a chilled, laid-back guy, but we don't need to get at him and tell him like what he needs to do and stuff. He is focused on that, but maybe his demeanour is he's just too chilled, too laid back. And if you're a manager and you're seeing a guy that's like that, and your game's all about intensity, like we play, maybe I don't know, maybe and wasn't seeing the potential in him, but hopefully we'll have learned from that match today, because I think Jed had a massive game today. I think he played really well, and I'm glad he finally got freed. Hopefully, I'd like to see him start against you lot, United personally, especially with the style of play that Amorim plays with the fullbacks, wingbacks, should I say? So yeah.
Yeah, I actually felt he deserved this shot. He deserved this shot because Porro's been pretty poor over the last few weeks.
He was poor today.
Yeah, he was poor today when he came on. Yeah, I agree. Decision making again. It's funny because like a lot of our problems stem from our own decision making. We said this how many times, but literally when we had Udogie didn't really do anything wrong today, to be fair, defensively. He got injured, which is not great.
He only played half the first half, Leon.
Yeah, I know. But he was fine in during that time. But yeah, Spence coming in and the back line looked pretty good. Obviously, Southampton were awful. Like we can't escape the fact that they did not defend at all. When we had the ball, it literally looked like we could score at every attack. And it was only the fact that our bad or lack of clinical finishing was the only reason why the score wasn't more. And when we scoring 5 goals in the first half, I knew that we wouldn't score in the second half. The key was, as you said, was about the clean sheet, and we almost gave that up a good couple of times. But the fact is, we got it, and we needed the win. We've lost to the last couple of times we played bottom of the table, so we'll definitely take it. But yeah, we need to, again, we say the same thing: consistency. We need to follow it up with another performance in the next game, and not just a performance, the result, because we've got Man United in the cup, and then we've got Liverpool on Sunday. So it's there's no rest.
Well, keep going. That's the only positive I can say, is that we're doing it in reverse. We've actually had a big game, big scoreline against a weaker team, and now the teams that we generally usually get up to it, we've got United and then Liverpool back to back. So we'll see what they've got about them now, because usually it's the big teams we're up for that, and then we just go and lose to the small teams. And today, good positive performance. Like you said, second half, I kind of saw that coming. I kind of knew that we'd kind of take our foot off the gas. Now, full well that we're going to play United midweek as well, obviously, which is an important game, especially after Andrew talked the talk that this is the season he wins trophies. Well, that's a big trophy.
Did he actually say that with his own mouth?
No. He said in his second season, he's always won a trophy at all of his previous clubs. He's won a trophy in his second season. He's not saying, he's not guaranteed that but he's basically standing on that. He's like, I ain't trying to lose that streak, basically. Okay. So the players need to step up. So we'll see.
Jose Mourinho has won something everywhere he went until he came to us as well. So
yeah, but he might have been able to do it if Levy was an arsehole.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. But it's the truth.
I know I shouldn't say that, but that's the truth, bro. Come on, you don't sack a man before the final of a cup.
That's
wild,
mate.
Bro. That is
and we're talking a cup finals specialist. Like this guy, he's been the underdog in many a cup finals and pulled it through. So really,
and we only lost 1-0 with rookie Mason in charge with playing Winks and someone else.
Ryan Mason and his best mates
in midfield.
I mean, you know the Southampton manager got sacked, yeah. You lot basically got him sacked.
Nah, he got himself sacked. He got himself sacked. He stood on his swords. Him and Gary O'Neill today were speaking as if they knew that the time was up.
Bro, not even that. Bro, he didn't even see the fifth goal. Man went down the tunnel before the referee blew the whistle, bro. Comes in, the guys run inside, and Gaff, it's 5-0. What do you mean it's 5-0? Right, cool.
But you know what, the worst thing is, fair play to him. He went at 48 minutes, which was the time. But obviously the referee played like an extra minute or something like that. But yeah, he missed a goal in that space of time. It was a bit embarrassing, really.
So he was acting like he owned the club, bro. He was so, like Leon said, standing on his sword, bro. Or dying on his sword. If you're rubbish, change your tactics, bro.
He said he's not changing it for nothing, bro. He did say that. So
and then praised Ange for doing the same. So it's like, well, it's too
do you know what? Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. The way he gassed up Ange in the press conference, that probably didn't help either.
What did James call this last week? B-Tech Ange versus Ange.
Yeah, bro.
You actually did as well.
The other positive thing, obviously, is seeing players like Lancashire and Dorrington actually get minutes, actually come on and play, which is really good. Because like, if you can't bring them on now in these games, I don't know what to say. But even Ange even talking about that, he said he's got kids on the bench and he's getting school teachers talking to him saying they've missed lessons. So
why is he saying that though? I don't understand.
I don't know.
It's tongue in cheek, bro.
Yeah, but it's like he's digging at Levy.
You're not gonna.
No, he's trying to dig at Levy. He's basically trying to say to Levy, "I need more players. I need more money. You need to invest in your squad, in your team. Otherwise, you're not going to get anything better than I'm providing right now."
Everyone can see that our squad is shallow,
thin, very thin.
Right? Everyone can see that. If Levy can't see that, and he don't do something about it, then we all know what he's about, innit?
Listen,
and maybe the pressure will start to come on him now because players are starting to say it. The manager's saying it indirectly. It's there in plain sight. So let's see what Levy does now. Anyway,
isn't that the same thing that got Conte sacked?
No.
Conte did self-sabotage, bro.
No, bro. Conte just came out and told the truth.
Yeah, I know.
And what happened was Levy couldn't handle the truth.
Yeah, and that's the same thing. That's the same thing that's happened with all the managers that have spoken out.
Nah, bro. Conte went in. He laid it all out. Yeah. All out on the table.
Basically, said this is a loser club.
Yep.
Basically,
and he was right.
Everything he said was right. Couldn't argue or counter argue any of the stuff.
Every change apart from one thing.
No. Yeah.
So
and do you know what? I respected Conte for that because at the end of the day, he's a winner. He wants to win.
He's got Napoli back to the top of the league or near the top of the league.
So. He genuinely thought he could go there and turn the fortunes around until he got in there and then realised, there's a limit.
Yeah, there's a limit. That's the same thing that your managers have been coming since.
Yeah. No, serious. That's not even a joke with the Glazers, bro. With the Glazers. No, but it's the truth.
Them lot have experienced dominance. We haven't. Bro. So.
Yeah, but like you said, there's an expectation there. There's an expectation.
Exactly.
So, do you reckon the result is something? I know Southampton. It's for you to kick on against.
It's something to build confidence.
That's about it. Because we hadn't won for a few games, so build confidence. Yes. Other than that, nothing else.
For me,
we know on our day we can beat anyone, but we also know on our day we can literally lose to anyone.
Exactly.
Like Tamworth, third round of the FA Cup could happen, bro. That's how bad we are.
Real talk. So when we played Marine, like those matches there, it can happen. It can happen. But I'll take the positives from today. Maddison was decent. That's the James Maddison I expect to see more of. And he needs to get back to that form. And to be honest with you, I don't know about you, Leon, but I feel like sometimes he's looking a bit like old man Maddison when he should be in his prime now. Sometimes.
He's never been quick, but he needs to be quick in the mind, and that's what we need from him. He needs to be quick in the mind.
He had a good day, and it's nice to see Bergwijn get his first start in the Premier League. I think he played well. Yeah, he just sat in the pocket and just kept it simple, really.
Apart from that guy tried to finish him off by slamming him into the post, boy. That was cheeky.
Yeah, pushed him into the post. Tried to say he didn't do anything.
Yeah. But and seeing some of the youngsters come on, that was good. It's interesting to see Son get dragged off at half time as well. Obviously, with the mind of resting. I would want to know who made that decision, whether it's Andrew or whether Son, as captain, said, Andrew made that decision, bro. Son never likes to come off the pitch, bro. We've known this, but we need to rest, man. So, end of the day, he's our eldest. He's our eldest outfield player. So. He needs to rest. But he's got his goal, so I'm sure he was happy anyway.
Mm-hmm.
I was a bit disappointed that Solanke didn't get something in a game like that.
So was he.
Fantasy team did not do well with that, boy.
But yeah, it's generally like you say, Bevan. I just think it's we'll take the confidence from it, but I don't think it means anything more than that because Southampton really weren't really nothing special at all. So,
okay,
let's move
on to the last quick bit of, because obviously they're sitting second in the league now, and in theory, when they play on their next game, they could be top of the league if they win it.
Bro, we called this at the start of the season,
So
bro.
Chelsea,
we said Chelsea are the dark horse, and it's not even really that dark. They've got so many players to choose from.
Didn't want it to come so quickly, I
thought it'd be after.
I think the biggest thing is that how he's rotated is just what wonders. Like, anyone can start and anyone can be benched, and
you can rotate with a squad like that though. Look at the players they got.
But normally you get discontent because certain people ain't playing all the time or whatnot.
They're still a young team though, isn't it?
Yeah,
they're still a young team. So,
and they said he's honest. They like the honesty from him.
Yeah,
and he's telling them straight up, okay, you're not playing because of this, you're not playing because of that. Everyone's cussing Jadon Sancho because he was out for a few games. And he was like, he generally said he's not well. He's not well, so he's not playing. As soon as he's well again, he's playing.
He's played well. He's played well.
Yeah. Players appreciate the honesty from managers. They always do. And when you're winning, it helps.
Bro, they're doing their thing anyway. They're doing their thing over there. At the end of the day, when they had Europe in the week, they changed all but, I think, 2 players or something like that. So they rested everyone. So I feel like, honestly,
is a
that was their third choice team, not even a second in the end.
But you got to look at that for what that is. That's the depth that they've got.
Yeah,
so
ridiculous.
They can go and stay where they are for the entirety of the season, I believe, as long as they don't drop their heads or get too arrogant. Do you get what I mean?
But I said to Bevan, it could be a Brendan Rodgers kind of thing, where their defense is not good enough. Like it wasn't when Liverpool came second to Man City, but the attack will just win them games. Like today, the attack will just win them games, and then they'll get through. Hopefully, for Liverpool's sake, they fought us somewhere along the line.
Not wishing it on anybody, but if they lose a couple players, it might not be as fluid as it is.
Yeah, because we know Palmer and Jackson are the 2 mainstays pretty much in most of their big games.
You saw 2 sides of Nicholas Jackson today, though, innit?
Yeah,
the Nicholas Jackson that everyone hates, and then
let's be honest. Like you look at the team, and you feel like if you get it right and you set up right, you can stop them from scoring. If you get it right attacking wise, you can get behind them and you can get goals guaranteed. And the only real dominant part of their team, which I look at and think, yeah, that's strong, is the midfield. If I'm honest with you, because that midfield on their day when they're all on it can be quite a devastating midfield.
Oh, actually, you know what? I forgot they still got João Felix, and he hasn't even.
Bro.
And
Palmer's out.
As well.
Bring in João Felix, bro. It's crazy.
So they've got a favorable run of games as well, because you look at they play Everton away, which they probably win. Fulham, it's a derby, you never know, but they probably win it. Ipswich away, Crystal Palace, Morecambe in the league, in the cup, so they probably play their third team again. Then they play Bournemouth. In all honesty, they could realistically they probably win all those games. Maybe I think Ipswich, so Fulham might be the one that could get a bit sticky.
And Palace.
The rest of them, actually, Palace played really well today.
Palace
really well. Was it yesterday?
Palace aren't really as bad as their league position.
Yeah, really well today. So hopefully, that's the 2 games that they could drop points. But,
Well, since you're talking about fixtures, we want to get these predictions underway.
Yeah, let's get them out.
Nice little segue there. So, who's starting? Can I start?
Well, you might as well start.
No. Oh, actually, no. Save their game till last then. Go on, you start.
Anyway, so I was going to start anyway. So we got Bournemouth next game. I'm going to call it
away or at home.
We're at home. So I think, we'll tuck them away nicely. I'm going to call it 3. Yeah, I'm going to call it 3-1. I want to say 3-0 and be cheeky.
Interesting.
But I'm going to say 3-1.
I like it.
I'm going to say 3-1.
They spanked you last season.
Bournemouth for winning it.
You owe them.
No, to be fair, you're right. But we was also not in a good place.
Bold.
So
I like it.
we're in a better place now. 3-1 United.
James James ain't having it, boy.
I think Bournemouth are going to win that game. But we're only doing our own teams anyway.
You're doing your own team, yeah? I'll do mine.
We're only doing our own teams.
Yeah.
Okay, Bevan, what are you saying for your game? Who you got? And home, away, and
home.
Result?
Crystal Palace at home. It's a draw. 1-0.
Bruh. Real talk.
Bro, I'm not convinced.
You normally beat Palace at home.
Yeah. We normally beat Everton at home too.
Yeah, that's true, actually.
That thing would be funny if Nketiah come back and smash.
Bro, his chance. Did you see his chance the other day? Yep. Oh my goodness. How was that, bro?
No. He is who we thought he was.
He's not who he thought he was, because he thought he was Henry, and I don't know where he thought he was getting that idea from, boy. But yeah, okay, so 1-1, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, go on, James, because you're
you guys are the home team.
We're the home team. Home team. All right, I'm gonna go with an optimistic 2-2, and Liverpool draw the third match, and another one by 2-2. That's what I'm going with.
I'm gonna go.
You should have let You should have let James. You should have let James go, because he's waiting to hear your scores first. Don't let him do that. James, your turn.
I've got my score ready. I know my
so
score.
What is it? I'm ready. What is it?
Once Leon's told me his, I'll let you know.
You see? You see this guy, bro? You've got to know him.
I'm gonna go 3-1 to Liverpool.
Oof! Ouch, Leon.
Daryl, have you seen our defense? Have you seen our back line, bro?
I'm going 2-1.
See, James is even less confident.
2-1,
bro. I'm
Spurs.
Leon's still hurting from
2-1 Spurs or 2-1 Liverpool.
2-1 Liverpool.
But come on, it's James. Lemon, did you really asking that?
I had to check, man. The guy's sick, remember? The guy's sick, man.
Absolute wrong.
I had to just double check. All right, that's it, mate. Got the predictions.
Daryl, no expectations, no pain, bruv.
Bruv, you know how it is. These games, for some reason, they try and turn up. I didn't say we're going to win, but look, you didn't expect us to go away to City or United and win those games, regardless. Liverpool, not in the most best of form at the moment.
They're in better form than Man United and City were when we made
I'm not saying that they're not, but at home on our day.
Look, man, I'll enjoy the 90 minutes. Well, I'll try to, as long as the team allow me to do so. But yeah,
chance there to be got at.
He might not play. He might be Connor.
Alisson's
injured. Connor's injured.
Alisson's not in form as far as Lamont says. So, you know.
No, it's just a bit ring rusty.
A bit ring rusty, yeah. He needs to move his feet more, and you know.
He used to play like no. Let's move.
Yeah, it's true. It's true, bruv. It does.
And then our titles helps it over.
Not really. He'd have the most clean sheets in the league at this moment. That's what he'd have.
I don't think he does anymore.
Does he not? Let's have a look.
No, he doesn't. Yeah.
Okay,
we'll move on why he looks for that and takes forever. So, thank you guys for watching. It's been a pleasure. I managed to get through despite someone trying to poke.
Wow, I know why you got through, boy. You weren't taking no backseat there and let someone terrorize you. That's all I'm saying.
No, mate. But yeah. Don't forget to like. Don't forget to subscribe. You can go on our X page, and our handle is at Armchair Pundits. You can go on our Instagram page where you find our shorts, which is at Armchair Pundits Podcast. And finally, on our TikTok, where you also find our shorts, and the handle for that is at armchair.pundits. So, once again, thanks you guys for pushing me through today, and I'll catch you again next week. Take it easy.
Peace
out.
Catch you later.